I know it's up to you, but we have a presentation from Troop 20. Bob did a lot of things for a lot of people, but his home in scouting for the last 20 plus years, I couldn't tell you exactly when he went over to the unit. Kenny or Ronnie, you know when Bobby went to Troop 20?
1988.
1988, okay, 21 years. Most of that time, Bob was the Scoutmaster of Troop 20, which is the oldest, unless somebody tells me otherwise, the oldest, might be the oldest troop in America, but we know the oldest troop in Brooklyn. We're about to celebrate our 100th anniversary next year, along with Scouting. But Troop 20 is sponsored by the Utrecht Reformed Church in Bensonhurst on 18th Avenue. Bob spent a lot of time there over the last 21 years, most of which he was a Scoutmaster. And then a few years ago became the Chartered Institutional Representative, even though Bob would still say he was the IR. But we don't forget those terms. But Bob was devoted to a lot of levels in Scouting, but his home was over there at the Utrecht Church. And his home was there to the extent that I will make an announcement that on behalf of some of the friends of Bob over there at the church and the troop and local community, we've gotten the New York City Council just recently passed a resolution, or I don't know, I guess a local law, that actually 83rd Street, the corner of 83rd Street and 18th Avenue in Brooklyn is going to be renamed shortly. And the mayor is slated to sign the bill on Friday into law that it's going to be Robert M. Bonvino Way. So we're hoping in the fall to have an unveiling. We'll have the unveiling of the sign. But Friday morning is the ceremony where the mayor will sign that into law, and I believe it was unanimously passed by the city council. But Bob did a lot of things in our own troop, and on his memory, we have gotten a tile in Bob's memory from our troop. And very simply, it's Bob Bonvino. We have the Scoutmaster patch, and it says Scoutmaster Troop 20 Brooklyn, because there are hundreds of boys in Brooklyn who now, some are now adults, who Bob has touched all their lives as Scoutmaster. And an incredible job devoted to all his time to the troop, besides everything else. I don't know how he did, got 24 hours into a day with all the things that he did. And that was Bob. But I just want to note that from the troop, besides some of the family members, we've met Gloria, Fran, and Sal. I know, but we have Bob's nephew, Steve Galemo. Steve is one of Bobby's scouts as well. Years ago, when before the Galemos trekked out of the city and left, I don't sound like Marty Markowitz, before they went out to Long Island, Steve was a scout in Troop 326. So he's one of Bobby's scouts, gray hair and all, but he was one of Bobby's scouts, his nephew, Steve.
And he has good hair.
What's that?
And he has good.
I know. Thank you. But also, I just want to mention some people who came from Troop 20 because they wanted to be here. We have our, because I'm one of the other hats I wear. Bobby recruited me a number of years ago to join the committee, and then ultimately I became the committee chairman, which I've been for the last 5 years of Troop 20. But we have our troop treasurer back there. He's sitting here very quietly, Joe Conley, who's also a veteran of TMR for many years. Other TMR people we have here, we got Ron Giardinella, Ken Briggs, Anne Marie Briggs. These are all committee members. Barbara Giardinella, and if I get my wife, I get shot. Delia Shack. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting. Well, what else I forget, Steve? Andrea, his niece. And his nephew, grandnephew. Who else?
My son Sal.
Okay. We got a number of relatives.
Sure. Walter's a relative.
And an old friend, even though he was from Queens, but he was on the Brooklyn board, Walter Andorosi came here for Bob. Lakeside Staff 61, right, Walter?
Waterfront.
Well, you were one of the Bronze Guards, I know that. This Carl's the Bronze Guard. But also coming up today is an old scouter and friend of Bob's. Served for many years with him in Brooklyn in the Utrecht district. Goes back, I guess, when Bob was the district chairman. And you were a commissioner. Am I correct, Toby? But Toby Russo came up here today wearing another hat. And Toby works for the state of New York. And Toby has a letter from Governor of the state of New York on Bob's behalf. So I want to bring Toby up here. Toby Russo.
Communication from the governor. Dear friends, it's with a heavy heart and loved ones of Robert Bonvino. It is so It is so proud for me to be here to represent the governor in reading his communication on behalf of Bobby when I understand how much he did for scouting and how many lives he touched and how much he really did. From a small camping trip, it was phenomenal what he managed to accomplish in his life. I served with Bobby on Community Board 10 in Brooklyn for many years. And Bobby also served as Delia reminded me, as the director of the Columbus Day Parade in Brooklyn, which was probably one of the largest parades in the city, where he got every member supporting, and every elected came together for this one event in Brooklyn. It's a phenomenal turnout what Bobby did. It is without question that Bobby Bombino lived a rich and rewarding life. I'm proud to join with all the youth today in the celebration of this wonderful man, and my prayers go out to the family and hopes, Governor Patterson. Thank you.
Thank you, Toby. I'm going to just put this plaque on the table because I don't want to drop it. All right, as we're out here at enjoying TMR and the great weather we have, and it's great to be out here in the summertime, but we want to have this camp for camp is a lot of things change and evolve. I know a lot of us have seen it over the years, and we want to see it continue to grow and develop. And I want to call upon our Director of Camping for the Great New York Councils, Bob Matson, who wants to tell us about some of the progress that we have going on here at 10 Mile River.
Thank you, Artie. Well, first of all, I want to say welcome back to camp. It's good to see many people who visit once a year. I hope you come up more often. I want to give you a date also for next year. I'm happy to be a part of the 100th anniversary celebration of Scouting, and we're going to be celebrating it here at 10 Mile River on July 17th. It's going to be a week later than we normally do it for our annual Alumni Day. So again, that is July 17th. I just want to spend a couple minutes and talk about some of the things that are going on at 10 Mile River. I hope you're all going to take the opportunity this afternoon after this to visit our camps and to see what's in action. Our staff here, as many of you were staff members years ago, is absolutely fabulous. I've been in and out of 10 Mile River for 24 years. Compared to many of you, that's not a long time. But I think we have one of the best staffs I've ever seen in 10 Mile River today.